All right. Who's going to go first now?
I can go, yeah.
Okay, worst
Top
movies.
worst
Okay.
movies.
So, starting at 3. Now, this one's kind of weird because
Number
I don't
3.
think it's a horrible movie. It just, I don't know, it wasn't the most interesting in the series. Do you guys know Agatha Christie, the detective novels?
Mhm.
Vaguely, yeah.
So, like Murder on the Orient?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the newest one came out, A Haunting in Venice.
Right.
It was decent, but the problem is, like all murder mysteries of this genre, it's super repetitive.
Mm.
I enjoyed it. I fell asleep. I had a good nap. But it was one of those movies where it's a little too repetitive. It's interesting, but it's kind of, again, it is repetitive.
Yeah.
It's just a murder mystery. You fall asleep, you wake up, you're like, oh, it was that guy the whole time. I kind of
Right.
guessed it.
Right.
Second, Ant-Man and the Wasp. That was horrible.
What do you mean Quantumania?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Quantumania.
Ant-Man 3. Just so
Yeah,
you know.
Ant-Man 3.
Yeah.
That was horrible. See, I can't even remember the title. It was that bad.
Yeah,
It was so bad that Loki literally dunks on it and
Yeah.
just like completely belittles its existence. He's like, I haven't. I figured it out.
It was like
It
Ant-Man
was
generally.
horrendous,
Yeah. Ant-Man generally has done well. The previous movies. The first one was really good. Second one was
Yeah.
But the third one was just
one
It's
could say it was
disappointing.
very small.
Bite size.
And then first, can you guess what I'm gonna say?
Yes, I can.
yeah.
All right.
I already know.
Dun,
And
dun,
who
dun,
predicted it?
dun, 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 dun,
Where's my fedora?
dun, dun, dun.
I had hope. I had so much hope.
Go back and watch that episode where I said to you guys, it is going to be the bomb of the summer. And you laughed it off. What are you talking about, my guy, Harrison? He's
really
got it
had
all.
hope. I really had hope. And you know what, Harrison?
Somebody said Barbie in this room when we were asked. I don't know who it was, but somebody said Barbie will bomb.
No.
It wasn't me because I didn't even know what to expect.
No, when I
from
said
that.
it would bomb, I meant like after Oppenheimer.
The Oppenheimer bomb.
It-
Is that what you
It'll
meant?
be the bomb.
It was the bomb.
So it was you.
no. But yeah, no. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones was just Harrison Ford.
The
great
dial
actor,
of
did well.
diarrhea. That's what it was.
They destroyed his character. A character that I truly love,
Yeah.
like more than
The dial
any
of
other
dementia.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is like Indiana Jones for me is like wrestling and like
The dial of
Stallone,
decay.
like everything for you. Like it's. Anyways,
Yeah.
those are my 3.
Yeah.
Well, mine
Okay.
are very similar. to yours.
Ooh, okay.
Very similar. Number 3 is a murder mystery, but it's actually the Netflix movie Murder Mystery 2 with Adam Sandler and Jennifer
yeah.
Aniston. The first murder mystery is actually good with those two. Murder Mystery 2 was just bad.
That was this year, wasn't
Yeah.
it? That was that the one that were there on the island?
Yeah. No.
No.
You're thinking of Knives Out,
Oh
aren't you?
no.
Maybe not.
No, I'm not
Or-
thinking of that one.
Okay.
They have like
The glass-
Indian friend or something.
Yeah.
She invites him
That's
over
it.
to a party.
Yeah. The boat and then the island. Yeah.
That was bad.
Anyways, because I remember watching it as a family, Murder Mystery 2, Murder Mystery, the first one, and we actually enjoyed it. So we were looking forward to the second one, and then we're like, oh, this is so stupid. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Indiana Jones, which I actually just watched recently. I didn't go to the theater to watch it. I waited till it came out on Disney.
Aren't you glad?
Yes. Because after like
The
an
dial of disappointment.
hour and I don't know, maybe 2 hours in, I'm like, this is just a chase after chase after chase after chase
Yeah.
after chase.
And
after
a
chase.
horrible camera chase too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh,
Like
who's got the
jittering
dial?
everywhere.
Does he have the dial? Let's go get the
The
dial.
music
Oh,
wasn't anything special either.
yeah,
And it's an indie film.
yeah,
Music's massive in them.
and yeah, and I could even care less about the Dial of Destiny when it finally started to work at the end and stuff like that.
Who cares?
So, yeah, it was annoying. And switching number 1 is Ant-Man for me. Quantumania. I almost.
Yeah.
I think
Those are some turds you just dropped. Yeah.
Again, I didn't see it in the theater. I was on Disney.
But you've seen them. That's the key.
I
You
saw
have
it,
to
but
see the movie.
I did walk out of the room for a good 15 minutes. Man, and just let it play.
Some laundry. You know, you come back.
It's like, you know when you usually
Girl,
pause?
do
I'm going to
the
pause. And
dishes.
You're like, no, let it run.
I'll just let it go. So maybe I missed the best
Let me go
part.
shit
but
for
somehow
15
it did.
minutes.
So yeah, those are my 3. Murder Mystery 2,
Lucky you. I
Indiana
couldn't leave the
Jones,
theater.
Ant-Man.
All right, Justin, go for
I also saw Ant-Man in the theater.
it. Ooh.
That's gonna be my number.
Whoa, are you changing midway here?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know that I saw very many bad movies because for the exact reason that Chris mentioned, like if something's bad, I'm just gonna be like, not really gonna go spend my money on it. So I can only think of 2 bad movies I saw this year, or that came out this year, and that's Ant-Man and the Quantum. Who cares?
Ant-Man 3.
Ant-Man the third.
The third. There's 3
And
guys?
Peter Pan and Wendy.
Well, wait, hold on. Cowabunga, dude. What?
What do you say?
I liked Ant-Man okay enough. Whoa.
Hey, that's his opinion.
No,
fine.
that's
But
a
you
wrong
also
opinion.
liked Willow
Yeah.
Why are you yelling? He can hear you just
because
fine.
he hurt me.
I'm not using the internet. I wanted him to hear it.
He literally heard you from his house now.
No, Ant-Man, it was enjoyable in the theater as a theater experience, but like as far as story and writing and plot and CG, it was garbage. And yeah, Peter Pan and Wendy, we for some reason watched that under Elvin's tutelage. I'm
so sorry.
That one was bad.
Sorry, wait. I thought of my my third bad movie, Inside. Speaking of Willem Dafoe.
Inside, what is that one?
It's where he's a jeweler thief or whatever, and he breaks into this building or this super swanky apartment to steal a bunch of art, and then he gets locked in there. The security system malfunctions. He's locked in there for like 3 or 4 days. It is Willem Dafoe. That's it.
Couldn't save it.
In the building, in this apartment, getting like delusional, and it almost is a great movie. But the end, I don't care about spoilers. It literally is just like, he's there, credits. And it's like, you started like conspiracy shit. You started him going insane. You had like water deficiency. And then you just end it with credits and he left a poem. Did he kill himself? Did he get out? What? Nothing.
So it's like Andor.
I had to do it.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 honorable mentions. Okay. Peter Pan, Wendy, obviously.
Yep.
Utter garbage. Like,
Yeah.
totally destroyed the character Peter Pan.
Yeah.
He's like 2 feet smaller.
Sure.
I don't know what kind of dust they were smoking in that one. It wasn't pixie
dust.
But that was horrendous, and they'll
Yeah.
never see the light of day again from a part 2. I hope not, because that's just terrible.
Yep.
So that's my honorable mention number 1. Honorable mention number 2 is Creed 3.
Sure.
It had so much potential. I went to the
but
theater.
no Stallone.
Yeah, no mention of Stallone. And then Jonathan Majors is the only reason the show even got 50%.
Sure.
Right.
He literally held that movie up by himself, because what's his name? Michael B. Jordan was utter garbage in this movie. Just
Didn't he
nailed
direct?
it in.
He directed it.
Yeah,
too.
he mailed it in.
Yeah.
It looked like he had fatigue from going back and forth in front of the camera in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that his first directorial role?
think so.
But it was
Yeah.
it was his worst performance I've seen. Totally destroyed that character and that IP. And they're making another one. I don't know what to say here. But that was my number 3 on the list is Ant-Man 3. Another Jonathan Majors movie. If it wasn't
He
for
was
him,
arguably
and
the
I was
best
just
part
gonna
of
say,
that
if
too,
it
yeah.
wasn't for him again in this movie, it'd be below 50% for me
Yeah.
as well. It got 51%. So that
It is
yeah.
bigger.
I'm surprised that's your third worst.
There's more. Don't worry. So that was horrendous. I cannot believe the CGI was god awful. It was the worst I've seen. I've seen YouTube videos with better CGI with zero money.
We've done YouTube videos with better CGI.
This is true. But yeah, that was a terrible storyline too. Totally belittling Ant-Man just to prop up his daughter for the Young Avengers. Yeah, there you go. You didn't even get it. Jeez.
I
Wrong
got
with
it.
you? Wake up.
What?
Anyways,
The popcorn fever's settling in.
number 2 is Indiana Jones for me.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I said it from day one when I heard and saw the trailer. I'm like, this is going to be a belittling of Indiana Jones and propping up that Phoebe, whatever her name is.
Waller Bridge.
Yeah.
At least I was positive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was just totally demasculating this guy throughout the whole movie. He looked like an aged. Yes, I know he's 70 something years old, but this is Hollywood. Let
Yeah.
the character have fun for one last time.
Yep.
He looked like he needed a walking stick half the time, or some sort of a wheelchair to get him around.
Well,
No
it's
offense
only-
to anybody that
it's
does
only
need that,
Been
but this is Hollywood, and this is a make believe character. Why do we need to make it look like he's pathetic? right?
how long between the Force Awakens and this?
Force
I don't
Awakens
know.
was 2015.
So less than 10 years.
You can
and
get-
he was spry and
You can get stunt doubles.
yeah.
There's
no,
no
I'm
excuse.
saying
Yeah.
he didn't look feeble and old in
The
Force Awakens.
cinematography was horrendous as well. I was getting motion sickness when they're doing the chase scenes.
Oh.
It was like woo, 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 like this. I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is a Hollywood movie that you spent $500 million on. $500 million.
Yeah, and they gave the intern the camera.
Oh yeah, the guy was like, I'm out of here. I gotta go for dinner, right? You handle it, Bob or Steve.
God
Our
damn
friend
it, Steve.
Our friend Steve. So that was my second worst. The worst movie this year for me was Transformers: Rise of the
Beast.
whatever that beast. There's very little beast and not a lot of rise either. It was a horrible. Yeah, I didn't get any arousal from this, and I love Transformers. It's my childhood IP that I grew up with. I have a ton of Transformers figures, and I was like, "What? What is this?" It was horrible. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, because I watched all of what's his name, Michael Numbnuts Bay's movies, it got even worse and worse. Hasbro needs to just stop and take a pause, because the filth that they have given us from the last decade or so is still rendering around. They need to stop, let people forget about it, and refresh. They're adding G.I. Joe to this lore.
Oh yeah.
Why? Let that go cook on its own.
What do you
don't need
mean?
to put-
Why?
I know why, but I'm just saying why.
Hey, Elvin, what's the point of the general?
Sell toys. But I'm not
But
buying
who
any of that.
buys those
Who
toys?
buys those?
I don't buy those ones. I haven't bought a
camera.
single movie toy from Transformers. I haven't bought a single G.I. Joe movie. I buy the
Who
cartoon.
buys those?
The cartoon. Yes. The cartoon. You ingrates. See what I have to deal with here? These amateur
I was just
collectors.
doing my Vanna White impression.
Yeah, that was good, man.
In this
Good job.
movie, did
Good
they
job.
kill Bumblebee? Spoilers.
No.
No.
But you might as well. Nobody
I thought
cares.
they did, didn't they?
Kill the
One
soul.
can only wish. They should all just die and perish into molten lava, like the Terminator.
Like, I was just kidding. No, that's the T1000.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares?
No, the Terminator in
Yeah,
the
he
first
also
Terminator.
melted down.
Oh
at the
yeah,
end,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, how dare you?
I'm just thinking of the thumbs up.
But yeah, that is my worst movie of 2023. Oh, horrible.
Mm.
Ugh.
All
Anyway.
right. Let's end it on a good note.
On a positive.
Yeah.
Nate, take it away. Top 3
Woohoo!
movies of the year.
Top three. Now, this year wasn't like super spectacular. There weren't like just a ton of great movies, but there were, I think, a couple that really stood out. So first, I'll do one honorable mention,
Okay.
even though I've seen it's gotten bad reviews on like Rotten Tomatoes and all that. Is
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Nice Australian accent there.
Five Nights. My mom. Five Nights at Freddy's. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It was a
Yes.
good movie. It's not like a horror movie.
Who said it got bad reviews?
If you look, a lot of people.
Screw the
give it bad
critics.
reviews.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Third, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes.
That was so much fun,
Yes.
especially as a DM.
They put the
like-
D back in Dragons.
Yeah. Like you watch it, but the people that made that movie, they played
Oh,
Dungeons
yeah.
and Dragons. Because I'm like, yep, I've seen the idiots that I play with do the same thing. Someone's gonna try and like cheat their way around a situation, and
Yep.
or like they'll fail a what was it? I fail a concentration
Mhm.
check. There's with that scene where Chris what was it? He's
Pine,
playing
yeah.
a lie or something,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden his face is melting and his head's like just I don't even know how to describe it. It turns into like a weird giraffe. His neck just goes long, his eyes bolt. It's hilarious. Loved it. That's third. That's my third. It was really good. Second, now the first and second are really hard to decide between.
Yeah.
But second, I'm doing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Attaboy.
That was top.
You've
Loved
totally redeemed yourself.
What even Dungeons and Dragons was pretty good.
Until he
too.
says-
No, I said
Yeah.
that is
But-
good. They bought the D back.
Yeah. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, great movie. Everyone should see it, especially people that haven't seen like the animated.
The
Spider-Man
animation
stuff.
alone is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful animation.
It's like-
fantastic story.
It's like a comic book coming to life, right?
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Follow a comic book.
I'd say, like, this is going to be controversial. I think it's better than the most recent live action Spider-Man movie. This.
I wouldn't argue. I'm totally with you on that. Yeah.
Yep.
And then top one, I think you guys can guess, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That was emotional. It was
Music was awesome.
Music was awesome. It was fun, satisfying ending
Yes.
as well.
Yeah. No letdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I especially love Adam Warlock the first time we see him.
I did not like that guy at all in this movie, but I understand why people like it.
Do you know what? I think that I thought he played the role pretty well. Like, I get it, it's a little
That's not the
insane,
character though, but I know what you're
I
saying.
know,
Yeah, I know.
But I think that for that role that they wanted him to be, kind of like a mama's boy, but like still really strong, kind of like a Homelander almost.
Yeah.
Not quite as crazy. I think he did a really good job. So those are my top three.
Nice.
All right, Chris.
All right. My honorable mention is Barbie.
Hey,
You know what? It was a ton of fun watching Barbie.
it's
It was
your list, right?
that's an honorable mention though, but it was just a lot of fun. 3 is actually Guardians. Again, I loved it too. The storyline and everything about it, very emotional. 2 is actually Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
It's a long movie, but you get used to the pace of it, and it's just like the crazy. I mean, obviously you know what the story is, but actually what happens to Oppenheimer is actually crazy.
And they've got the monster in it. You know,
Exactly.
the explosion.
The
That's how
explosion.
Godzilla came out.
And then
Yeah.
as soon as you watch Oppenheimer, you have to go watch Godzilla.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I hear they're gonna. No, I just.
Kiss.
Yeah. And then number 1 for me is Spider-Man for sure. I watched on YouTube a video where they just broke down the opening scene where it's Gwen playing the drums and it's her voiceover, and they broke down that scene. It's insane. There's more work that went into those 5 minutes than probably like Ant-Man. Just like everything from the way the song is like sped up a bit or it gets louder because what she's talking about, then they put different animation like you're just talking about, how the animation affects what she's saying and stuff like that. And that's just 5 minutes of the film. And so yeah, I loved it. So those are my 3.
I'm gonna go my third
If only you had
is
typed it all down.
huh? No, I did, and then
Okay, go. What's your number
realized
3?
that
Ninja's dog ate it.
my dog ate it. Number 3 is going to be Renfield.
Nice.
As
Rentor.
Rentor. as Hartstead. Then 3 really good ones, and then a garbage movie, and then 3 really
It's
good
all
ones.
stealthy too. Like
Yeah,
you don't see it coming at all, and it just goes away.
he doesn't need money. He's like, marketing budget? No, it's fine. Just put it out, whatever. It was like, did that come out around October?
Renfield? No, it was earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It was April. Yeah. April 14th. Sure.
Do you remember when people were he was released? Oh, he's gonna play Dracula, and people were saying, "What?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage playing Dracula?"
Yeah, but Vampire's Kiss is like one of my favorite movies,
And
which is one of the worst movies ever. Like, it's the worst example of acting.
Why is that surprising? That
Because
he likes bad movies.
It's Nick Cage, and
you
it's
seen
just
the 80s he
but no,
picked?
but Nick Cage movie bad is like, it's a spectacle to watch. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You're just like, okay, and they're still going. Renfield, it was fun. It was
got the new Lex Luthor in it.
It does too. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
And
That's
he's
the
really
same
good
way.
at it as his assistant. Number 2 is gonna be the one that everyone just said, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I've never loved a raccoon so much in my life.
Yeah.
And
That's because it reminded me
Whatever-
of your dog. Don't even go there. Cute and cuddly.
what? No, rabid and flea ridden, and it was one of the
He cried.
most for a while. And then number 1's gonna be Dungeons and Dragons.
Well,
Dungeons
that's
and
good.
Dragons. It was
fun.
I
watched it in theaters.
it
I had a
had
blast.
everything running against it because it was a video game movie or like whatever. There's also been a bunch of Dungeons and Dragons movies, and they've all been ass.
And Chris Pine and
Chris
Michelle
Pine-
and Rodriguez said, "Suck it."
Yeah, but Michelle Rodriguez not in a lot of movies I like.
But she was awesome.
She was the perfect barbarian, and also like you were saying, like knowing D&D shit, like
Yeah.
just being there, being like, hey, I wonder what class they are. Oh, okay, they're probably oh, she's barbarian. Oh yeah, she's doing this. Oh, she's doing that thing. And then you're like, hey, I wonder what kind of class you are. And just the little nods here and there, where like if you know, you know. If you don't, you're having.
And Hugh
fun.
Grant.
And Hugh Grant.
You
So
know-
good.
I loved when there's that carriage heist.
Yeah,
Where they did that. It was like a couple minutes. This big heist to get in the carriage to use this staff where they could create a portal in there.
yeah.
The whole thing, and then only for it to arrive, they put it down and it falls, so they can't use it anyways. That's what I would do if like my players created this really ornate thing that screws up my whole plan.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna let this happen.
It falls over. Go fuck yourself.
I loved it.
All right, you good? All right, I have
17 honorable mentions.
shot it. I have 6.
First honorable mention.
No, seriously, I have 6. All right, here we go. I'll run them off quickly here. South Park, the movie that came out,
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
phenomenal. Really, really pissed off a lot of people in Hollywood, which is brilliant. Love
Yep.
it. That was number whatever it is. Haunted Mansion.
Sure.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I don't know why it wasn't in August instead of let's say October when
Yeah.
things get spooky. But I watched it, my family watched it, and we enjoyed it. It wasn't amazing,
No.
but it was good.
Mhm.
It was fun. It's a Disney horror. It wasn't crazy, like scary or anything like that. You could take your kids to it, but it was fun. It was good.
But it wasn't like childlike or too.
It was sort of in the middle.
Yeah.
It had a
good
good,
family.
it had a good story.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was good times,
Yeah.
right? And then
Would you say? Wait. Would you say Dungeons and Dragons would be similar? Like, I'm just gauging because I haven't. Seen
I had
Haunted
Dungeon
Mansion.
Dragon higher on the list.
No. I'm just saying, like, as far as like,
It was good times. It was fun.
yeah. But
It
no,
was
like
action, good CGI.
Yeah,
like,
Age for
age and
it's
family.
it's an adventure. Yeah, my kids definitely can watch that for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, it was just fun. Yeah, it was a good time. Speaking of that, that's on the next on the Dungeons and Dragons. Phenomenal. I had a great time watching it. Fun movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's really, really cool.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can I ask? Are you still doing honorable
Yeah,
mentions?
honorable
or is that,
mention.
okay.
These are my honorable mentions. And then after that, it was John Wick 4. Ooh. I mean, it was good. It wasn't the best in the series, but it was solid. John Wick 4, solid movie. Five Nights at Freddy. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I didn't realize it was on streaming. I wasted a lot of money going to the theaters, but my kids enjoyed it, and that's a good barometer. It was designed and made for that age group.
Yeah.
Teenagers, young teenagers, right? And both of them had a fantastic time watching it. I got myself immersed in it. I love the story. It was really, really impactful story. So I really, really enjoyed that story. I didn't play the game, so I don't have any attachments to it. Some people who play the games didn't like some of the changes, but for me, I thought it was a good, solid movie. And it was such a small budget, and they made over $100 million domestically. So they just killed it out of the park, and they're greenlighting more now. So we'll see how that goes. So my 3, right? Here we go. No, I still have one more. Super Mario.
Wahoo!
Everybody who didn't like what's his name? Chris Pratt. Thought he was great. Thought it was a good movie. It was fun. It was great to see Nintendo finally making a movie with so many of their awesome IPs. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
I love this whole trilogy.
Yeah.
Loved everything. I'm so happy that James Gunn gave it that swan song ending. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not the end, but it's the end for that group.
Yep.
So number 2 is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Oh man, this was an awesome movie. Both him and Agent Carter, what's her name? Look it up.
Yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
They were awesome, both of them. So good in this movie. And I loved this was like the Uncharted movie that I wanted that I didn't get. There was that scene. Have you seen
Haley
the movie yet?
Atwell.
Uncharted?
No. Mission Impossible. Have you seen it?
No, not the newest one.
What? What are you doing? Go run. Just
No.
watch it.
No.
Right
Hurry.
now.
Well, what's
Please.
it on?
What do you mean what's it on? It's on everywhere. Just rent it if you want. But that is an awesome. I can't wait for part 2. I don't know when that's coming out, but that was awesome. Awesome movie.
Wait. What number of Mission Impossible is this now?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even know. They don't put a number by it
7?
anymore.
9.
I think it's 7. I want to say.
That's impressive for an action movie to not be
think it's-
garbage
I think
past
it's
number
7.
5.
With Tom Cruise.
With
and pretty
Tom?
much all of them.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
it could be 5. Whatever. I have no idea. I honestly don't have any idea. But great movie, awesome action in there, really, really good. See, Indiana Jones crew should have went over there and took notice and notes of how to actually do chase scenes.
See,
Yeah.
watch Harrison Ford.
you just gotta get Tom Cruise to pilot a
Yeah.
fucking fighter
But,
jet.
but the crazy thing was, it wasn't even like there was one scene that he did was gonna go down as a history moment where he jumps off that cliff, and it's him actually doing it. That's how much he wanted to be involved in this, right?
Or that's how much Scientology has made him want to kill himself.
He's broken his
keeps
leg.
trying.
And used a shotgun.
Spicy meatball that I'm not touching. That's number 2 on my list. Number 1 on my list is Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man.
This movie, a lot of people don't like the changes of having Miles as becoming Spider-Man, but this is the different universe. People need to understand that. It's this Miles' universe. I love the twist at the end. I'm not going to tell anybody if you haven't seen it yet, but that twist at the end I was like, whoa. Like, there's 2 major twists in this movie that just takes you on a spin. You're just like, wow. Like, that is amazing writing. That is when you sit down and you do not leave that office until you have hammered out a goddamn good script. And that's what it was. This was right. The writers deserve all the praise for this because they hammered out an awesome story that is still going to continue because it's only part 1.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait for part 2. I watched it twice in the theaters, one by myself and one with my kids because I'm like, I'm watching it again. I don't care.
Not with us.
You watched it with us.
Yeah.
By yourself?
Oh, was it by myself?
Nate and I were there.
Were you guys there? I didn't even notice you guys.
You kept grabbing my leg.
I'm sorry. I didn't even remember. Was it us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we watched Flash.
And-
By the way, nobody mentioned.
Which, yeah, it was fine.
It was sort of in the middle of
It
everything.
was a good party,
Yeah.
but then
You
it's
laughed
kind of-
like crazy
Oh,
when
yeah,
Nicolas
no.
Cage of all people.
Yeah,
showed
no,
up.
see Nick Cage when he shows up, it's awesome.
I can't even remember us watching it together.
Yeah, the 3 of us went to Spider-Man.
Oh,
and
the
then-
3 of us. He wasn't there.
I
No,
was
but he
there,
came
no.
to Flash with
Okay.
Michael.
That's why I didn't remember because he
It
wasn't
was
laughing.
July 14th at 8.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this was only part 1.
How
As
did
soon
you
as
not know
It was
that?
a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah. Well, what? As soon
Oh,
as
you mean when we saw it?
Right,
You're
when we
right,
saw
you're
it.
right,
I didn't know, and then it ended. I'm like, wait, that's it? There's no more.
Oh, this is bullshit.
He throws his popcorn box out.
That's actually probably the best way to have it go because I'm not thinking, okay, they're gonna cut it off before something big. I
you don't have
fully expected.
anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
A
was
lot
on
of
the edge
people. A
my
lot of
seat.
people said that. Yeah, a lot of people walked in. And go. Even when I took my kids, my cousin came with my cousin Vinny. He came with his kids.
Hey.
He walked out. He's like, "Whoa, that was only part 1." He's like, "I thought this was gonna be an ending here." I'm like, "No." He's like, "Wow." I was like, "This is insane."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so good, so good. I cannot believe how great it was. I'm worried about part 2 though.
Sure.
Can it live up to this one? Because this is a really tall
Yeah.
hill
Well,
to
they-
climb.
Well, they
made
all
them
said that
together.
about this one too. Like the last one.
Yeah, the
Into
first
No, no, but
one was
Spider-Verse.
so
like-
no,
good.
but I'm saying like when the Into the Spider-Verse came out, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, they're making a second one, and it's gonna be a part 1, part 2. Oh, can it live up to that one? That was so good.
When
And
I
then
saw
it-
2099 at the end of first movie, I'm like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be better because I know that character. I know what's involved with that character, and I'm like,
Sure.
it's gonna be good. But I did not expect it to be that good.
right, yeah,
I'm like, yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
Yeah.
Stay almost even there, and then we'll continue the story. But it just, I don't know, it just rocketed up that high level of writing and putting together a movie. Soundtrack was great.
Yeah.
The animation, when we talked about it, it was off the charts. The Turtles cartoon that
I was-
came out
yeah.
didn't even hold a candle to that.
Hmm.
It had its own style, but it looked goofy compared to this.
I mean, the turtles are pretty cool.
This was like Picasso. That was me in kindergarten. Turtles.
TMNT is too
Hand
goofy.
painting. Hand painting, right?
Yeah.
Not a horrible movie, but yeah.